So, no, this isn't the best lighting, but I don't want to turn the overhead lights on there. It's just, I'm not even, okay. I've been listening to what's going on inside my head more attentively. I've been aware of it more, which is interesting. Like I can't, yeah, I'm paying a lot more attention to it, and it sounds crazy. And I think that's true. I think that's true of everybody. I think that's true of everybody. I don't think it's just because I'm crazy. But what I've been noticing are my thoughts around certain things. And there's certain very familiar feelings. Well, it's more than it's not so much familiar feelings as it is like I feel divorced from it somehow. Like I feel like that's because I am. I feel like I'm just observing it. And that's because I am. I am just observing it. I'm just observing it, and I'm not having anything to do with it. I'm just like, okay, go ahead, do it. Like, all right, buddy, go ahead. It's cool. Like, you want to do that? You go ahead. I'm along for the ride. That's literally what happened. Interesting. So, I've got this, I've been talking about in the past few days, past couple of weeks, I've been breaking up this tension, especially in my back and my neck, and as I do that, I think other things are starting to break up too. I'm at, sorry, this is me just calming myself down. Sorry. Wow, that took me away a second there. So I'm just calming myself down. It's okay. It's so interesting because I really do. In the past, I've said this before too. Like sometimes I don't even feel like sometimes I don't even feel like I feel my feelings. I feel like my body's doing it, and like me in here. That's so interesting. That's what that is. That's what that is. That is interesting. Okay. Deeper understandings. So, yeah, I'm noticing this pattern in the way, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. And I'm listening to what's going on in my head. And I'm like, this is very familiar. Yeah, these, I know these thoughts very well. And I don't think I should believe them because they're pretty much always wrong. Like, so why don't we I don't know. It's just, but then I continue to do what emotional eating. All right, let's just talk emotional eating, right? So myself, oh, do I really admit this? Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna admit it. So I went and, I got some healthy food. Also got myself a pint of Ben & Jerry's fish food. I needed to go for a walk, and I needed to go to the store, and then, it was there. It's calling to me. And, yeah, so I got it, and I brought it here, and you can imagine what happened. But as I was doing it, and as I always do, like, I'm always judging myself for doing it as I'm doing it. Like, yeah, it's not a fun dance. It's not a fun dance. Like, all the like dopamine that I get from it is kind of canceled out by like the self-disgust. Maybe not that strong, let's be honest. Kind of though. Kind of. But it's this thing I was listening to my brain just being like, you can put it down. The other part of my brain's like, but you're gonna do it anyway. The other one's like, I wish I had been able to extricate myself a little bit more so I could have seen how funny it was. But it was really like, like, who's gonna win? I think I know who's gonna win. I'm pretty sure, because I'm the one who decides, right? Yeah. So, and then, I'm thinking about what I'm doing to my body. And I'm thinking about the work I'm doing for the company and how I should be doing much more, and how I know I must piss Walter. I really must piss Walter. Like, how could he not be? Oh man, like I know, because when I look back at the place where I was and I see someone there, it is like, why are you doing that? So I'm sure he's looking at me like, what are you doing? Or, like, what are you doing? I feel like in the pit of my stomach. Yeah, it's like being a little kid again a little bit, because I'm definitely feeling like a fear of, yeah, obviously fear of being disliked by my mentor. It's a fear. But I have in the past gone kind of, just gotten caught up with that, right? And yeah, so I'm feeling some anxiety from that now, and then I'm thinking, okay, well, the way to deal with this is to make up for it. Like, let's get some more. And I've been DMing most of the day, and I'm putting things in the database, and making posts, commenting on posts, like all the stuff that I'm supposed to do. But I'm noticing some very, very commonplace destructive behaviors that I'm employing. This is all coming together because it's just this whole like whirlwind of things that are coming together that I can see. It's so interesting. It's like, sorry. It's like all these different areas of my life have been, I'm sorry, it's like a whirlwind to me. The things going in and then it's coming around that way. That's what it's a whirlwind of the shit that's going on in my life right now. Not the shit, the things that are, the opportunities that are happening for me. That's it. It is a whirlwind of opportunity to learn and grow. That's what it is. Okay, it kind of feels better. I feel a little better. So I'm seeing these things come in to this vortex, and but I'm also seeing, like, you know, one might call it a shitstorm, right? Of outside physical stuff, but there's also all the stuff that's been thrown in the mix. Excuse me. Like, I see it as kind of like a rainbow beach, not a beach ball, but, you know, like one of those, I think like the Mac cursor, basically. Spinning ball of death. When you're waiting for, anyway, all these things have been mixed in, all these different parts of my life kind of reaching this, like, whoa. You know, like, it's intense. It's intense. But you know what? Not more intense than a lot of other people, like, obviously, right? I guess it's just, you know, intense for me. But I think it's more than all the stuff that's coming together. I don't think it's that. I think it's me. I think it's all, I really do think it's just all coming together to help me, break the habit of being myself, right? Like, all these books that I've been reading, all these things that I've been doing, the breaking up the tension. I'm like, you guys don't even know. And I'm still working on it, but, like, I have like an actual, there's muscles in my back instead of concrete blocks. It's amazing. But I'm still working on keeping them anyway. But, like, as I'm doing this, things are kind of coming, like, it's like like the things the habits, the things that I'm seeing. That's a good way to think about it. Okay. Ooh. I'm seeing these behaviors and thought patterns, and I think they're starting to fall away. I think this is like, like I think this is gonna be it. Because I'm at a point right now where I think 2 years ago, I would have self-sabotaged. And I see destructive behaviors that I'm doing right now. And I'm calling, you know, I'm calling it a pattern, right? I'm calling bullshit on that. Like, come on. Come on. Look, you do the same thing over and over again, right? And it's not healthy, and it's not going to stop unless you stop. So I think it's good, but it's a weird feeling. There's sadness. You know, another thing too, I've been kind of thinking about, I'm like I'm big into self-pity, apparently. And I know, I know that, I've talked about this the other night, but I know that, like, when I was younger, I definitely was all about the self-pity and, like, look at me, woe is me. Definitely. The feelings the feelings were not, this is the thing about, like, dramatic kids, like, the feelings are real. And the feelings are real. They just want you to see them. That's all I'm saying. You want to be noticed for them. Think about it. Anyway. Self-sabotage. So I was just thinking, like, okay, you know, I'm seeing these behaviors and they're gonna stop. And this is like, again, like, this is the last time, right? But it is, because I don't do that anymore. Ooh. Oh, I don't do that anymore. And if I'm going to have integrity, I'm going to say this right now, and it's got to stick. It's got to stick. Prove myself. I'm starting on Monday. I am going to go on a water fast, but I am not going to eat refined sugar. I'm not going to eat anything. I can eat refined sugar. I don't eat dairy anyway. Although this okay, so this Ben Jerry's had dairy in it. Yeah, that was dairy, but everything else I don't like. I had non-dairy cream cheese and oat milk and stuff like that. It's just Ben Jerry's is. I see it as the I experience it as a temptress. But I can't blame her for her beauty. Only me for my feelings and what I do about it. So yeah, I'm thinking like, okay, here right now is where it ends. This is where it stops. This moment right now is when I changed my life. And did I just say that out loud, guys? Do I have to live up to that now? That's it. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. This is it. This is my chance to break this habit. This is like, not just my chance. It is when I am breaking this habit. This is the story of how I broke the habit. How I changed my life around. That's the story that I am creating right now. I can start to see, you know, it's funny. I caught myself just now saying, okay, that's the story. And I'm like, yeah, I am a storyteller. Like, it's just funny how, like, as years go on, I just realize how much more, like, every year I love storytelling more. But, okay. Or maybe I'm just realizing that, like, that's really just how my brain works in stories. So, now, and that's how all our brains work, right? We tell ourselves a story and we believe it or we don't. We believe stories we tell ourselves about our past. We believe stories that we tell ourselves about our future, and we make them true because that's what we're expecting. And that's what I've done a lot of times. A lot of times. So, I'm going to focus on the getting, like Walter said. Focus on the getting. And yeah, and I know that, I mean, I'm getting better in touch with my spirituality, and I know that this is all really beautifully orchestrated by the universe, and she's here to help me with this, and that's what I'm meant to do. Because I'm meant for something better than what I've been going through. We all are, right? But this is what I'm choosing, and Yeah. This is when I go, this is when I get my self-respect back. Yes. Okay. That's the story. All right. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just make that, that's what this story is. So let's just go live with that story. That sounds like a good idea, right? So I'm going to go do that. This is the story where I changed my life around and restored my self-respect. I'm going to go do that now, guys. Let's have some fun restoring some self-respect.